So as Vita was saying, sanctions are collective punishment, and they punish not only individuals and families, but entire societies, including their movements. The 13 years of sanctions imposed on Iraq deeply harmed Iraqi civil society, making opposition to Saddam's regime much harder as he centralized control of Iraq's damaged infrastructure, ratcheted up his authoritarianism, and made more and more people dependent on the state. Iraqi popular opposition to the US-driven sanctions was also co-opted by Saddam as support for his regime and policies. As the years passed, more and more of Iraq's labor and women's movements were forced underground or compelled to focus their energies on the basic survival of Iraq's most vulnerable. Fast forwarding 20 years after the sanctions began, to the wave of protests and sit-ins that started on February 25, 2011, Iraq's response to the Arab uprisings, you'll find that the demands of the Iraqi protest movements relate directly to the legacy of sanctions and war. The Iraqi labor movements call for the right to openly organize, the popular movement to save Iraq's demand for an end to US presence and Iranian influence, and a call by youth networks for Maliki's corrupt and increasingly repressive regime to address Iraq's infrastructure needs, from electricity to social security, can all be traced back to the conditions created by globally enforced sanctions and Saddam's opportunistic use of them. Fighting this legacy means solidarity with the movements on the ground in Iraq now and working against war, sanctions, and state repression in Iran and around the world.